Well, hello there everyone, my name is Amy, the Opinionated Woman, and welcome to a book haul. I don't get to do book hauls very often, but my mom just came to visit from the UK, and there's a website called World of Books that has some really great deals that is based in the UK, so I always get some books when my mom comes to visit, so I'm very excited to share them all with you. The first one I got is A Suitable Boy Volume 3. I am in the middle I'm in the middle of reading this book. It's actually one book. It's 3 volumes to make up one book. Like the first one is this thick, the second one is this thick, the third one is this thick. And once you've read one of these, you can't count it as reading a book because it's all one book. It's just so big that it is told in 3 massive volumes. And I'm really enjoying it so far. So I've got the first and second one, so I needed to get the third one. So that's this. Then I got Wilding by Isabella, and this is a memoir type of book. It's like apparently some really beautiful nature writing. It is about the author and her husband who have a farm in West Sussex, and they decide that they're going to give all 3,500 acres back to nature and sort of bring the animal life back in, like restore the land to the natural way that it was before. And I think there's pictures in here, which is nice. You know, I love a memoir. Look, beautiful, beautiful. And also like the first time I ever saw this cover, I was like, oh my God, I need this book so badly. So yeah, it's nature writing, all about giving some farmland that would otherwise be intensely farmed back to nature, which I think is a really beautiful concept. Then I got The Disappearances by Bain Murphy, and this one is probably easier if I actually just read the back for you. It's blurbed by Kieran Millwood Hargrave, who wrote The Mercies, which I really like. Every 7 years, something disappears in the remote town of Stirling. People's reflections, the stars in the sky, the ability to dream. Isla realizes that her mother may be to blame for the curse. A lot of these books, I basically, when I was going on World of Books, I went down to, like, I sorted my books on Storygraph from oldest to newest, like added to my TBR, and I got some of the oldest ones that have been on the list for the longest time, and this has been on there for forever. This is also another gorgeous cover. But yeah, so I've had these on my list for the longest time, and I've really wanted to read them, but I just haven't been able to get hold of them in South Africa. So this is one I'm really excited to read. I think it's got like a magical realism side, which you know I love. Then I picked up Names for the Sea by Sarah Moss. This is another memoir about the author Sarah Moss. I've read a bunch of her books, and her writing is absolutely gorgeous, very lyrical and poetic. And this is about when her and her family went to go live in Iceland. That's why it says Strangers in Iceland. And it's about her family going to this like completely different country. I think she's British. But yeah, it says at the height of the financial crisis in 2009, Sarah Moss and her husband moved their 2 small children to Iceland, and it's about like living in a completely alien and different place to you, and like the different ways that your life changes. And I think it's going to be so interesting, and yet another good old memoir. Then I got The Immortals by S.E. Lister, and like, ooh, pretty. And this is a time travel novel. So it says Rosa Hyde is the daughter of a time traveler stuck in the year 1945, forced to live through it again and again and again. All she's ever wanted is to be free from that year and from the family who keep her there. And then she breaks out of it and like falls through time, and we follow the journeys that she's gone through and the people that we meet along the way. I don't want to read too much into it. As I said, this has been on my TBR for a long time, and it has stayed there through culling and everything like that. So I'm definitely very, very interested in what this book has in store for me. And what I find really funny is this is an ARC from 2015, which you're not supposed to sell, but I am perfectly happy to get an ARC of like a magical, like really interesting book. So like I love well done time travel, so I think this is going to be great. Then a book that I distinctly remember seeing when I first started really getting into BookTube, and that was The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill. This is a retelling of The Little Mermaid, and it's absolutely, let me get that, oh, it's so pretty. And the naked hardback, oh, nice. Mermaid is so beautiful. So yeah, this is a retelling of The Little Mermaid by Louise O'Neill. I love Louise O'Neill's contemporary writing, so and I haven't tried a retelling. I just remember when I started BookTube that everyone was raving about this retelling, and I wanted to read it for so long, and it's finally in my hands. My dog is barking at me because she's locked outside. One moment. Right, she's inside. Then I got Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. This is her latest book that's come out. This is a book about sisters. That's what I know. I know I've heard a lot of people talk about Cleopatra and Frankenstein, but this is like a slightly newer one. I saw Gabby Reeds pick it up, and she's very close with her sister, and apparently it like absolutely like broke her heart. And I am really close to my sibling, and I think it's going to do the same to me. Hugo, do you want to help me with this review? Please don't bump my camera. The dogs are being dastardly. So this is following the Blue Sisters. The Blue Sisters have always been exceptional and exceptionally different. So there's four sisters, and their sister Nikki dies, and the death sort of like leaves her other sisters reeling, and I think it's about their grief and their connection as sisters. Like I said, don't want to get too much into this. This is a newer book, so this was not part of the books at the bottom of my TBR, but my mom picked this up for me at the airport, and I'm ready to get my heart broken. And then lastly, and very excitingly, I got Think Again by Jacqueline Wilson. I am obsessed with Jacqueline Wilson. If you've ever seen my shelves and stuff like that, I've got shelves in my bedroom, and like 3 whole rows are dedicated to my Jacqueline Wilson collection, and 4 of those books are from the Girls series. Girls in Love, Girls in Tears, Girls Out Late, and Girls Under Pressure. I loved those as a kid, and I read them so many times. They're more of her like YA kind of vibe, and I absolutely loved those books so much. And now Jacqueline Wilson has come out with an adult novel about those books. I mean, about those characters from the Girls series. So it is basically for the readers who were teenagers when they read that and are now in their 30s and 40s, and we're following those characters in this book. And I haven't read anything else about it. I don't want to know anything about it besides that, because I just want to like dive into what's happened with Ellie and Nadine and Magda. And this is also another gorgeous naked hardback. Oh, so shiny. I think I'm going to be doing a reading vlog with this one. I'm going to be reading the original Girls series again, and then going to be reading this one after that. I'm so excited to have this in my hands. I love Jacqueline Wilson so much. So yeah, this is a great one. And that is all the books that I have to show you. I hope you enjoyed this. Have you read any of these? If you have, please don't give me spoilers, but let me know which one you want to see me pick up first, and keep an eye out for that Jacqueline Wilson vlog, because it should be coming quite soon. But other than that, my link for my crochet creations are down below, along with my social media and my Kofi link, which is a one-time tip jar if you ever want to support my channel. So, but other than that, like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff, and I'll check you next time.